There was a little mini battle of Texas last night. Rockets, Mavericks. All right, Rockets beat them 108-102. Jalen Green with 23 points, 12 rebounds. Sengun with 17 and 12. Kyrie had his 28, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Luka finished with 29. Look, both guys got money, but if you had to, you're building around Sengun, you're building around Green. It's very rare that you see build around two guys. Who's the franchise player here?
I think it's Sengun. I think it's a guy you can pair with basically anybody, any potential draft pick or future free agent. This guy is a baby Jokic. He can do it all. You can play through him. You can play around him. He's a humble star that is low maintenance. He's the perfect situation for what this team's doing. That's youthful, it's young, easy to coach. So when I look at their roster, Jalen Green, as good as he is a high volume, explosive scorer. You can find a lot of those in the league for the right price. You can't. Senguns don't just come around very often. So, so he to me is their guy. He's their franchise. They both got bags. Yeah. And I'm surprised Sengun didn't even get the full max. I thought I would have gave him the full max, whatever he wanted. So he's the guy going forward to me.
I have to go with Chandler again on this one. Sanguini, as Channing Frye likes to call him. He is the next Jokic to me. I think he's a very special player. He's on that route. And I love Jalen because he's not only because he's a green, but he is very explosive offensively.
Is he your son?
No, he's not my son.
Okay,
I'm not that old yet.
Don't you start those rumors.
He's very explosive. He's very good. He's taken another notch, and I think they're kind of figuring out how to play together. There was the talks of, can they play together? Is he going to be good enough playing with, Sengun? And he's shown that. Obviously he found his rhythm when he was out. Now that they're both back together with him being healthy, I expect this Rockets team to be a pretty good team in the West.
And I think with Jalen Green, as long as he can find ways to be efficient, if he can get close to 45, 50% from the field, right now he's at 40% from three. That is ideal for him, because a lot of times he kind of he takes some bad shots, not great shots for their offense. He doesn't have to do that. When he doesn't settle, he gets to the rim, he gets downhill and lets the game come to him, he's so much better.
I can't believe I'm going to ask this, Danny, but we talk a lot of OKC. They just have so many players that they're deep. Rockets went 10 deep last night. 4 dudes on the bench that actually got regular minutes last season. Is there such a thing as too many good players? I mean, what a weird question to ask. Is there such a thing as too much money? No, but go on.
No. I mean, I feel like it's like a yes and no type of situation.
Right.
You can have too many good players at the same position. You have too many of this.
Okay.
But no, and I think it's a good problem to have, especially with, how the NBA season is. There's always injuries. There's always things that happen. And you can always find a package, something to get somebody you want with that many good players. But no, ultimately, I don't think it's a bad thing to have too many good players, but it can hurt you when you have too many good, it's hard to get minutes for Cam Whitmore, Reed Shepard, certain guys that are very special. These guys can be playing, and you can use them. Yes, they have a lot of the same type of guy, and I think they need to use that package, something to get somebody special to I guess, partner with Jalen and Sengun.
Yeah, it's a gift and a curse. Like Danny just said, they can go deep. They can play a lot of guys in spot minutes. There's a lot of trade assets. Like if I'm Milwaukee, and I'll take Cam Whitmore, I'll take Thompson, I'll take Easton, I'll take Jabari Smith.
Wow.
There's a lot of guys.
Defensive guys,
there's a Reed Shepard. Are you kidding me? He's my Rookie of the Year pick. The guy plays 7 minutes a game. It's outrageous how deep they can go. But again, same time, you kind of almost feel like you're stunning their development. They're not getting opportunities. So but it's a great situation because they are trade assets. And a lot of teams would have interest in 10 of the 10 guys that we just named. So it's a good problem to have. But again, there's going to be some unhappy customers also on that bench. Yeah,
you have to figure out how to maximize that, I suppose. Look, the Mavs lost this one, but they are a team that were just in the finals. Chandler, do you think they're better than they were last season?
Better is hard to say because they went to the NBA Finals, but I think that's kind of shocked everybody.
Yeah, it wasn't predicted.
Yeah, so it's hard to say they're better. Now, I do think it's another year of this dynamic backcourt with Kyrie and Luka. They're thriving. They're getting to their spots. They're unbelievable offensively. You look at Klay Thompson. He's kind of blended in perfect with this offense, playing off those guys, getting open looks. So I think it's always going to come down to the defense with this team. Who's going to lock in? Because when they're that good at scoring the ball, who's going to sit down and guard at the end of the game? Kyrie, Luka, Klay Thompson. That's my biggest concern with them. But they're in good shape. They're also deep. You look at guys like Jaden Hardy, Grimes, Dinwiddie. That is a solid bench with the bigs that they got coming off the bench with Lively and Powell. So they can also go 9, 10 deep. So better than last year, I can't say that. But I think they're going to be right there at the end.
It's too early to tell, but I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I think as good as they were offensively, I think they were really good defensively last year, too, in the moments that they needed it. When they played Minnesota, they even had Luka and Kai guarding very well. I think they lost some defense with losing Derrick Jones Jr. and some other pieces. So I think that's the concern for me. Offensively, I think they're going to be really good. If Klay can stay healthy and find his rhythm at the right moments, they're going to be really great. But defensively, I think they lost something. And so the West is very strong. If other teams stay healthy and I don't see them getting back to the finals or being better than that team that they had last year.
I mean, them being in the finals last year was also felt very lightning in a bottle type situation. But again, anything could happen. We always say anything could happen.
Anything can happen. It's early.
It's early. Let's not get carried away.